Hello and welcome to the incredibly influential and highly successful podcast. I'm incredibly influential.
And I'm highly successful.
Today is Friday, December 9th, as we are recording this. How are you doing, co-host?
I'm doing all right. It's my day off, so I'm a little happy about that.
Yeah, me too. Good news, really good news. Uh, I don't know if you're like a new listener or maybe you just have missed the episodes where I've been talking about it, but this is my last semester for my associate's degree, and I just last night I did one of the finals for one of my last three classes. So I took that, and I've been trying to keep my straight A's because I have straight A's, and I'm trying to keep straight A's, and I managed to clinch it. So this was like the hardest class. I was really worried that I wouldn't be able to keep it, but I did. So I with the final grade I have an A in one class, so one down, two to go. And then yesterday was the last like in person class for my associates. So I have the final in person next week, but other than that, I'm free. It feels really weird to like actually be getting a college degree right now, even though it's just an associate's. Like, um, as of right now, if I wanted to, I could literally stop doing stuff and I would be done, and I would still get my associates. And it's crazy to just be done with all this stuff. And dude, I feel fucking old. Like I know you may be physically older than me, but I feel ancient right now, dude. For real.
Mm, yeah.
Do you ever have that feeling where you're like, man, it feels like just yesterday I was in high school, right? And like if you saw yourself like where you are now, you'd be like, God damn, I feel fucking old, right? Like you know what I mean? Because like it feels like just yesterday where I was thinking like, damn, college students are fucking ancient, you know? Like I'm still like sophomore in high school in my brain, if not even younger. But it's like the passage of time, just fucking astounding. Anywho,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's sort of me, you know. Woot woot. Uh, yeah, by the time not this week's episode, but next week's episode comes out, I will be an associate in arts. No, nothing more specific than that, but yeah. So that's pretty fucking sweet. Um, yeah. What have you been up to?
Uh, I'm also doing finals right now. I'm trying to finish up these last assignments. I'm kind of hating it, but that's all right. My right now the assignments aren't too bad. It's just a lot of writing, and I hate writing.
Oh, dude, fucking trust me. I am so glad to be over those English classes, man. So glad
Yeah,
to be done with those.
like I have to write a 4-page paper for history.
Mm-hmm.
No, not for history, for government. I mean, for Texas government.
Yep.
I gotta write a proposal, a formal proposal for technical writing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gotta do like an art assignment. But the art assignment's not that bad. I just have to visit the museum. I think I was telling you about that though, maybe last
Yes,
time.
you did tell me that last time. Yeah.
Yeah, but so it's really just the paper and this proposal that I'm trying to get out of the way. I've been procrastinating kind of a bit, but hey, we're working on it.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you keep trucking forward, honestly, that's sort of the whole strat is just never let yourself stop, honestly. Stretch it out as much as you need to, but never stop doing shit, you know? Um cuz it gets really hard to start again, especially when you're like, oh, the deadline's coming up and there's so much stuff. I've been procrastinating so much. It's like, and then you start to like get in your head, and it's like, oh, it's hopeless. I'll never be able to do it. And it all just piles up, dude. That shit fucking. Oh my god, it piles the fuck up. It reminds me of like, all right, all right. I'm about to go on a fucking tangent here. Are you ready? Here we fucking go. Um, so there is uh a book of poems by Shel Silverstein called "Where the Sidewalk Ends," and in that poetry book, there is one poem about Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout who would not take the garbage out, and it kept piling up, and then eventually it fell down and crushed her, and it's like that's sort of what it feels like to be like a serial procrastinator, right? Isn't that kind of how it feels? Because like you just keep
Repeat
letting
that one more
stuff.
time. What's
So
that?
like she wouldn't take the garbage out the one time, and then it kept like piling up and stuff, and she kept not taking it out, and it kept piling up until it got so high that it like fell down on her and crushed her. And I was saying, isn't that kind of how procrastination feels, where it's
Well,
just
that
like,
that just is procrastination. She procrastinated.
no, but I'm saying like, isn't that what it feels like the list of things you need to do keeps piling up, and you get less and less motivation to do it. So it's like a cycle, and it's like exponentially it gets worse because you already didn't have any
See,
motivation
like
to do it.
my real hope going forward, right, is that whenever I am finished with these classes that I have no real interest in and I don't really see the point of besides them being requirements, right? Whenever I get to the classes that I am interested in that are going to hopefully, help me do a career that I want to do, right? That those classes will be a lot better. That's my hope, is that, we're pushing through all the bad ones, all the ones that we don't care about, to get to the ones we do care about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like for example, if I'm taking like I think that like a computer assisted design class, right? Because that's what I really want to do. That's something I want to be
Yeah.
real interested in, right? I'm gonna be doing the work in that class won't be as much of a slog, right? Versus me writing a 4-page paper on Texas government, because I'm not gonna be a politician or anybody
Especially not
in
in Texas.
politics, right?
Yeah.
So
No.
so this information is 100% purely useless to me. Yet it's still required for who knows what reason, right?
I mean, all right. To be fair, devil's advocate here. At least if you're staying in Texas, it might help you to know like some of the laws about Texas, like bare fucking minimum type shit. But like for like, imagine
It's
if you
the
were
thing
like,
is, right, I already know the bare minimum government stuff. This class didn't teach me anything more that my last class didn't already kind of go over. You know what I mean, right?
yeah,
Granted, I kind of have just been like going through this class, not really retaining anything at all, which doesn't help either, but hey.
well, I mean, that's what happens when you have to run your education plan through a bunch of politicians. Like that's the whole shit about that. That's some shit in government that you might actually need to learn. Is like, when you are an expert in your field, you always have to answer to some dickhead who isn't. And that's kind of how life works, but it specifically is that way in politics because the president or the governor or the mayor is always a politician. They get elected to run. They're not a specialist in anything other than being elected. They have people under them who are experts, like Joe Biden has like the all the secretaries of like public transportation or of like the CDC or like in the military and shit like that. You've got all those people underneath you, but like at the end of the day, all those like people who specialize in those fields have to answer to some dickhead who doesn't know what they're fucking doing, and they have to like make their shit palatable for like the general public, and that's sort of the whole like crux of a lot of our issues is like people who are experts in their field can't do what they need to do because either their bosses won't let them or the American public won't let them. And that's just the fucking problem with politics is just the average person is fine, but like when you get a bunch of people together, they're just idiots. Men in Black said it the best, you know, with the a person is smart but people are stupid. That is just a fact of life. And I think that you could take the whole I have to take this stupid class as a learning experience and being like, okay, you know, I'm going to have to placate a bunch of idiots in my career because if you're doing what computer engineering shit, right?
Like I actually have thought about that as well. My degree plan is for mechanical engineering, you know. It's a pretty broad degree. It's not really very focused, right? But I'm thinking about maybe switching it to a little bit more of a focused sort of degree. I've been thinking about doing maybe drafting, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Uh
yeah.
which I think
Like
I
you were
told
saying,
you about what
yeah,
drafting is before, right?
you did tell us that, yeah,
Right, but at the moment, since I'm still just in like community college, it doesn't make sense to really do anything drastic because all the classes are kind of the same, right? They're the same basic requirements because it's
yeah,
still like like a science, an AS or a BS. You know what I mean, right?
yeah, yeah.
It's like the same. It's like the same thing, so it'll be fine. I don't know if I'm gonna get an associate's degree because I do think that would require me to take like extra classes at at my community college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I could just skip taking those classes and then go to a different school, then try to get my bachelor's. But I am losing motivation very quickly.
Yep.
So I'm trying to figure out, you know, if just getting the associates and you know having that be a good enough stopping point, you know, is the right decision. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We're just trying to get through the semester first, though.
Fucking yeah, dude. It's rough to bring it all together sometimes. I definitely remember those. I'm glad that I'm finishing out with like really easy classes cuz fucking hell, it would have been a bitch to finish with like an English class and like I struggle with math. So like with an English class and a math class at the same time would have just been terrible. I'm really glad that I didn't I didn't make that fucking mistake because that would be like fucking pulling all of your pubes out like one hair by one hair like every single fucking day for a semester. That would be just absolutely miserable, dude. Please, dear God, if I ever have to take another fucking English class, I might just shoot my dick off for real. It's fucking terrible. Um. Uh. Yeah. What else was I gonna say? I felt like I had something here. I've completely lost it. I've just completely lost my train of thought. It's one of those kind of nights. I had a long week. Fucking sucks. I hate it. Um. Oh, you got any weekend plans? I know you said this was your day off.
I'm gonna go to the museum.
Oh, true, true.
uh, I'm gonna try to finish this homework, and then after that, I am probably just gonna, I don't know, catch up on the games that I'd like to play, but I haven't. I've been procrastinating. The thing is,
Mm-hmm.
whenever I'm procrastinating, doing my homework, right? I'm like, oh, I won't play games because that's not productive. But I'm just doing other things that aren't productive either. So I'm really getting
Yeah,
nothing done. I might as well just be playing games if I'm not gonna be doing the homework anyways, right?
yeah. I think are you one of those like struggles to get started, but then after you get started, you can typically just finish, or do you like struggle like, okay, I can't get started, and after I'm started, it's really hard to stay on task.
It's mostly just getting started that's the issue, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of
Right,
like that too.
because the other like what's it called? Before I went to work yesterday, right? I started this proposal and I got like a whole bunch of pages done, right? It's like all pretty much like the formatting and all that, right? Um, like title page, table of contents, appendix this, appendix that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a nice little skeleton I just need to put things into, right? But since I stopped and I went to work, now that I'm trying to get back into it, it's kind of giving me a little bit of trouble here,
Mm-hmm.
and not gonna lie, you know, I procrastinated when I woke up. Granted, I did wake up at like 5 p.m. today because I stayed up last night and I procrastinated playing games.
Mm.
um, and now I've been up for a couple hours procrastinating and watching shows. I played my game for a little bit. I'm doing a
Mm-hmm.
podcast right now. Really just not on task, not on task at all. But hey,
I mean, the podcast. To be fair, to be fucking fair, the podcast is a productive endeavor. That is a correct
not
thing.
as productive as homework probably would
I
be
mean, it's a
though.
thing you need to do. As long as you're doing a thing you need to do.
Yes, but it's a thing that I need to do like only because you say I need to do it. You know what I mean? Like according to like my list of tasks, it's one of those things. It's just like one of those things that I feel like if I didn't do, it wouldn't affect me too much. You know what I mean? I would be fine. Whereas if I didn't do this, it would affect me a lot more. You know what I mean, right? So
Yeah,
on my personal list of important things to do, the podcast is lower than the paper. You know what I mean? But we're still here instead of there.
see, the way I structure it every time is, I like to do, um, uh, uh, I like to go by, okay, this is due at this time on this day. We need to do it, all this stuff first. So like during the week, what I would do is, um, most of the semester it has been discussion posted marketing due Friday, Spanish work due on Friday, marketing work due on Sunday, and then I would go to class during the week for my other class. But I would do discussion post first, Spanish work second, and then marketing work third. Just because it's like, this is the stuff I need to get done in this order. Uh, and thankfully with the discussion post, because it was like two mandatory replies, for points, but usually people would have gotten to the post before me, so that way I didn't have to like come back to it later, because that would be really really hard for me, is to like do it and then be done and then be like, okay, well, I did my post, but I have to come back later. That would be just really hard for me. I wouldn't want to do it. So thankfully I had good luck with that, but I just like to budget it by, this is what I need to get done first, second, and third. So like with this, we need to be done, uh a peek behind the curtains, everyone. We like to be done with this on uh Monday. Like before Monday morning. We like to have the recording done. And usually the early access episode goes on, preferably preferably on or before Sunday, just because it goes up whenever it's done, and we don't record on the same night every week, but it goes up when it's done, and I like to. I'm a little bit particular because I'm in charge of that. By the way, if you want to hear these early and without ads, patreon.com/IIHS podcast, $5 tier. Give us money. um, but yeah, I think I think that would be uh, a smart way to do it, is just to like budget your time based on like, okay, the podcast needs to be done on Monday. I don't know when your other stuff needs to be done, but it's just like bang it out in every order, you know. And it's just like, if worst comes to worst and you really needed to, you could probably do uh you probably multitask while you were recording the podcast. Not to imply that we don't give 110% in all of our effort, because we love doing that. We care very much about the quality of this show. I guess I speak for both of us. I don't know. What do you think there, bud?
Oh, is it my turn to talk?
Fuck you.
What were you saying? I wasn't. It's not like I wasn't listening. It's just.
As if on cue. As if on cue. Speak of the fucking devil, dude. Fuck. Oh my god. Jesus fuck. Oh fuck.
I only caught the part where you were starting to say it's not like we don't give 110%, and I was like, this is the perfect time for a bit,
I was literally giving you advice that you weren't listening. Fuck. Oh my god. Jesus.
He said multitask, you know what I mean? So I was hey.
Is that the only word you heard in that? Is that the only word? Because I think that might be an issue here. Is you might yeah.
All right, yeah. You keep talking. I'll just
TLDR. Okay. Then you can go back to multitasking or whatever the fuck, and we can move on. Is just, I would say, do it in order of the way that it needs to be done, and space it out so you don't give yourself an aneurysm. That's all I have to say. I guess I'm a little bit fucking long-winded, to be honest. I've been told that I like to hear myself talk and just kind of say a whole bunch of shit.
If you want to talk for like 30 more minutes, I have something I need to do. So you just hey.
I've been very tempted to, whenever you do shit that pisses me off, to go over to my bookshelf and pull out Moby Dick and just read it. Just from out loud, just call me Ishmael and just fucking just read the entire
you know what?
book.
I have a book. I'll read it to you right now. Let me go find it.
No, don't.
It's just a walk away. I just gotta let me find it.
Jesus Christ.
Wait. Okay. All right. Okay. That's okay. So the reading time.
I regret bringing this up, honestly.
Do we start on page 1, or should I just skip to like a middle section? We'll just start on page 1.
Jesus Christ. Please don't. I will mute you. I'm not afraid.
We'll read the quote in the title, in the title page, right? God. Maybe we won't start the whole book, but let's just read the quote, right? It says,
please
well,
shoot,
I thought that I was learning how to live. I have been learning how to die. Leonardo da Vinci. Oh man, how inspiring.
No, I think that's the wrong Leonardo. I think that's either Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles or Leonardo DiCaprio.
All right. Torches gleamed and flickered high on the towers of the Palazzo.
All right, well, now that we have some silence from that, we've got a nice break from that. I just wanted to say,
I have like 15 tabs open. You can't do this to me. It takes a long time to get back to this tab,
Don't read from a book then. What book even is it? I'm trying to think
now you'll never know.
I'm trying to think of books that start with a Leonardo da Vinci quote, and I can't fucking think of any. My mind is blank.
I'll pull up a different book. Let's see if this one is better.
I'll do it again. I will do it again. Don't fucking tempt me. Do not tempt me, because I will give in to temptation. I have absolutely no resistance to it.
Let's see.
Oh dear God. I dread to think what kind of vile books he's gonna fucking look up.
Jason hated being old. His joints hurt. His legs shook.
Ew, is this fucking Percy Jackson shit? This is Percy Jackson shit.
I literally just said Jason. Like, it could be anything.
And I got it right in one, didn't I?
Okay, I don't have a lot of books on my shelf. This is the Blood of Olympus.
No way! I got it! Oh my god! I am a god. You're reading about fucking Percy Jackson and the motherfucking Olympians. I should be in this book. I am a god. I am a god amongst men.
It's the blood
Jesus
of
Christ.
Olympus, all right.
I
You
know,
know
but
what
it
I
is Percy
mean?
Jackson. I know it.
It's technically here, the Heroes of Olympus series, so you
Shut the fuck
know.
up. Percy Jackson's in it.
Percy
What was the
Jackson
first one
had
you
his
were
own
reading?
series.
What was the first one you were reading?
Oh, that was Assassin's Creed Renaissance.
Oh, go
Uh,
fuck yourself. Don't. This man has never read any book that isn't young adult fiction. This man. Come get your mans. Jennifer, come get your mans.
you don't like Assassin's Creed Renaissance? He
Go
starts off
fuck
with a
yourself.
nice Leonardo da Vinci quote.
It's a Leonardo the Ninja Turtles quote. First of all. Fuck you.
Oh, it's a
Leonardo da
Leonardo
Vinci.
DiCaprio quote. I got you.
Oh
Anyways,
yeah, you know what? True.
true, true, true. Now let me turn off my reading light and get back
Speaking
to.
of Leonardo DiCaprio,
Okay.
let's see how many degrees of separation we've got here. Leonardo DiCaprio was in Titanic, directed by James Cameron, who directed Avatar 2. Okay, that's close enough. What do you think about Avatar 2? Are you excited? Are you concerned? Do you
You
think it's gonna
know,
be cringe?
I really like that one song from Titanic, "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion, and that reminds me, Celine Dion, recently came out on
Oh
social
yeah,
media
yeah,
about
that
that
is a
thing.
bummer. Not
Yeah.
not the right medium to discuss that, by the way. Okay, we don't want to bum out everyone. Yeah,
No, no, like you were trying to make connections here, and I was like, how can I just throw off anything he's saying?
but how
Make
about
it.
we talk about Avatar 2? Because I think it's gonna be cringe. I think it is going to be 100%
I've been
cringe.
waiting. I watched the Book of Water. I'm ready for the Book of Earth. You know what I mean? I'm
I
excited to
fucking hate you.
see.
I fucking hate you.
I'm
I
excited to see it.
fucking hate you. I
I thought that it got
fucking hate you.
canceled, but I'm glad that it's coming back because,
I
even
fucking
though it
hate
wasn't
you.
the greatest movie, I feel like I like watching things
I
fail sometimes.
despise you. I genuinely wish horrible things upon you. You are
So
the worst person I know.
so you
Um
don't you don't like you don't like my opinion. It's okay though. It's fine.
it's not your opinion that bothers me, even though they do, because they're all wrong. Um by the way, sequel to last week's fucking thing where the thing that we were talking about that gave you a mental breakdown when I utterly destroyed Carrie Underwood's 7-time platinum hit single fucking before he cheats. I'm gonna
Yeah.
destroy another. I'm gonna destroy another. You know what?
Ooh, is
I'm
it
gonna
another
do it.
one that I know?
I would like to hope so, because it's a really good song outside of this one lyric, and even then it's fine. I'm just saying, like, you could have, like, you've got like a 9 out of 10 song with this, but I can make it a 10 out of 10. Just CeeLo, listen to me.
Oh,
It's
not.
fuck you. It's fuck you, by the way. It's fuck you by CeeLo Green.
Oh, I love that song.
I'm gonna fix it for you, okay? Okay?
Oh, are we messing with the chorus again? You always like messing with the
Yes.
choruses.
The first line of the chorus every
Oh,
time is
I,
wrong.
s- I see you riding around town
Yeah, I
with the
think
girl I love.
I think it should be. I think you could replace it with a common. Are you familiar with Mondegreens? Lady Mondegreen? So that's the term for
Uh,
like a commonly misheard lyric. Because like the story behind that is tangent here, but the first like documented one is like they gave it the name is somebody said in a song laid him on the green, but the person who heard it said Lady Mondegreen, and so the name stuck. But like I think that you could replace I see you driving around town with I see you trying to buy time, but like I see you trying to buy time with the girl I love, and I think that fits the theme of the song here a little bit more, right? Because it's all about how she's more attracted to money and like superficial things, and so it's like I see you're trying to buy her away from me. Like you're giving her money to get her to spend time with you, but also you're buying time because eventually she's going to find someone who has more money than you. And so you're just trying to buy time. And I think it works as like a double meaning and it fits the theme of the song more. Because I
I
see you
feel
driving around
like
town
it
is just kind of like
doesn't need a double meaning though.
But it could it.
You
You've
know what I
got
mean? I
the
feel like
layers.
the main story of the song, is already pretty good. They don't need to throw in like a crappy little side undertone. I feel like it's
It's not.
fine.
That's
The
not the
way it
undertone. That's the
is,
main theme of the song. The main theme of the song is that she's a gold digger. That's the whole theme of the song is that she left him for another guy's money. That's the whole point. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. That's the theme of the song.
like, forget you.
Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. Do not say forget you. That version terrible. Terrible. Fuck you. It is fuck you. That is the name of the song.
I see you driving around town with the girl I love.
Like
Like,
that's just sort of like a nothing lyric, right? Like oh, I see you driving around town. Like you could get so much more out of it. I like the subtext, you know?
yeah, but it
I,
sets up his fuck you. You know what I mean? I feel
so
like
does
that's.
trying to buy time, you know?
I don't know if it rhymes quite as much though.
I see you trying to buy time. That line rhymes with itself a lot. It's the repeat of that I sound that would work a little bit better.
Mm,
Because
I
driving
don't
round
know.
town only rhymes those last two, but trying to buy time and it like repeats and it like
You know what you should
rhymes
do?
with
You
itself.
should totally just remake these songs. Call them parodies because they're not technically the same, and just change
Uh
the one lyric. And there you
uh
go.
in
Now it's your
in
song.
in fuck you, the backup singers for CeeLo Green definitely say the N word. Definitely say the N word multiple times. So
Now let's pull it up on the podcast. That way we can all analyze it.
no, 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 no,
How do I
no.
play a sound through my? If I just pull up a YouTube, no, that
Don't,
probably won't
don't,
work.
no, I'm not trying to get. I don't even know if they can copyright strike us, but like, I would prefer not to. I would prefer not to find out, please. I've dealt with enough copyright. And, they enough copyright claims to take away all of the non existent money from my YouTube videos. Speaking of money, by the way, we are a little bit overdue for an ad read. Sorry, everyone. Make sure you stay tuned. This episode has been generously sponsored by skunknuggetparenting.com, run by my own talented mother. Parenting is hard. Sometimes kids and parents are like night and day. It can be very hard to get on the same page with them, and a lot of parents have anxiety that maybe they're doing it all wrong. Luckily, there is a service out there that can help. Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions is a company that provides parent coaching services, resource referrals, and psychological profiling, along with 24/7 phone and text access in an all virtual program. Plus, the first consultation is free. In order to get this amazing service, please visit skunknuggetparenting.com. That is skunknuggetparenting.com. Thank you to Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions for sponsoring this episode. Thank you all for listening. And now, back to the podcast. Thank you all for listening. Welcome back to the show. We're we had a little discussion in the break. This man is he is going to be eating sunflower seeds
No
during
kernels.
kernels. What's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
what's the, what? Okay, all right. He's going to be eating
Are you
sunflower
confused
kernels.
what kernels and seeds are? The difference?
I don't eat sunflower kernels because that sounds disgusting.
Do you, do you know what a kernel is, right?
Uh,
You do
Colonel
understand.
Sanders.
No, okay, so you know what a sunflower seed is, right? You understand that?
Yes,
Okay, so the kernels are what's inside the seed. Okay? Do do you get that?
but
The seed, you
no,
can't eat the seed. The
I
the
can.
seed the seed's not edible. The kernel inside the
Isn't
seed is
it?
what the edible part.
Isn't it?
No, it's not. It's not edible.
Isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is.
No, the little crunchy outside seed is not edible. It's the inside. It's the kernel. That's the edible part. That's why I'm saying the kernel.
No,
Why are
no,
you acting dumb right now?
it's
I
definitely
I I
edible.
know that I'd like to think that you're not this dumb, but you surprise me sometimes. But
It
it's
is
okay.
totally edible. It is absolutely edible, dude. 100%.
What's the loudest food I can go get right now? Maybe some chips. Really,
I
for the podcast listeners
do
out
you
here.
do you really want to make this like this? Is that what we're doing?
Well, you're kind of being frustrated right now.
I don't see how that's different, I feel like you could totally swallow sunflower seeds. You could totally swallow the shell if you wanted to.
How many servings is this? It doesn't have a
I
wait. Does it have a serving thing? Serving size 2 tablespoons. Servings per container 3. Wait. Okay, it's kind of hard. I'm reading in the dark right here. Serving size 2 tablespoons. Servings per container
Then turn on the
6.3
light,
amount per
dumbass.
serving. Servings per container
Jesus.
6.3 amount
This
per
guy
serving.
fucking I'm in the dark. I can't read and I totally don't have a flashlight literally in my pocket right now all the time.
No, it's actually on the desk right now, so it's not in my pocket.
Oh wow, so it's even more
You,
convenient. It's even more convenient.
you
Wow, that's
little
incredible.
know-it-all. You need to be quiet, okay?
It's a podcast. We talk. I can't. Why would I be quiet when I'm getting paid to talk? That doesn't make any sense, child.
This doesn't sound like it's gonna be very good for my health. Maybe I shouldn't eat this. Let's try to find something different.
Yeah, you
What
should eat a
is
dick. You should eat a dick instead.
got sweet tarts? Sweet tarts wouldn't be a bad
More like
thing to tide me over.
more like
Sour
sweet
punch. Let's
turds.
see.
More like sweet turds, am I right? Am I
We
right,
got
chat? Am I right, chat? Hey chat, am I right? Am I right?
Ooh, what's this? There's a little box that says Crybabies extra sour candy.
Daniel
Oh,
son.
Crybaby tears. Okay, I didn't see the tears part. It's kind of a
Daniel
different
son.
color. It's dark as well,
Daniel son, we're talking about food, right?
Ooh, I got a confetti popper in here. That's not. Why would that be in my food drawer? I don't know. Champagne party popper. Only used under close adult supervision.
Daniel son, I need to ask you a question.
Interesting.
Daniel,
Ooh, there's also a little one of those
answer me,
one of
fucker.
those confetti eggs in here as well.
Nobody cares. Listen to me. I need to ask you a
Strange.
question.
We got Starburst.
I swear to God, can you fucking stop thinking with your stomach for 2 seconds?
I got some warheads. I got this candy in this
fucking
little
shoot
red
myself.
bag.
I'm
It has
going to
no
shoot myself.
label on it, but I remember it just being very sour.
I hope it's toxic. I hope that it's toxic. And
I
when
think
you put
that
it
it's.
in your mouth,
I
you
think it's
die.
like Barnett's Mega Sour. I got it off of some random Amazon vendor.
I
Which,
hope they put
that sounds
poison
safe,
in it
right?
and kills you, and I hope you die.
I got 5 gum. Oh, I don't have a lot of gum. I have only
Daniel,
5 sticks of 5 gum. Oh, how convenient.
Daniel, I have a question, and I've been trying to ask you for like 5 minutes now, dude.
I got some Easter gum.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Ooh,
Daniel.
wait. Is this?
Oh my God.
Oh, this is a lifesaver, winter.
I'm muting him again because I'm angry. I'm angry, chat. You guys
So
don't understand.
I think I just
Oh
have a
my
lifesaver
God.
for right now.
I'm gonna shoot myself. I'm going to shoot myself.
Okay.
Daniel, listen to me. I'm trying to ask you a fucking question.
I don't know any Daniels, but if I find one, I'll let you know.
You are Daniel. That is your
I
name.
don't
Daniel
think
san.
so.
I've been calling you Daniel san for 20 years.
Man, that's crazy. I don't remember. Remember you calling me Daniel San for 20 years?
Daniel san, I've been trying to ask you a question.
Okay. So if you were Harris County, Georgia,
I'm not.
what
No.
would
No.
what would you,
Stop.
what-
We even ask the questions. Okay? Goddamn.
Mm,
Have you ever tried kombucha? I'm just trying to ask if you've ever tried kombucha.
this was a waste of time. That's
No,
all you
I'm
wanted to
just
ask me.
I've wanted to try it. I've wanted to fucking that's why I'm saying, can you just fucking answer the question? Because it's not like a bit. It's not funny. I'm just asking, should I fucking try it? Okay? Because a lot of people that I know have tried kombucha, and I want to know if I should try it. Have you ever tried kombucha? Kombucha mouth on these nuts.
Yeah. I like I knew exactly where you were going, right? That's why I was like, I'm not gonna entertain it.
I
But you still think that you got me. You didn't get anybody. You
I
just
did get you. I did get you, dude. You
I
don't
didn't I
understand.
didn't fall for it. You just said it.
You did fall for it. You did. You did fall for it. Because I asked you, did you ever try kombucha? And
And I didn't
kombucha mouth on these
respond.
nuts. You didn't see where it was going. You didn't know.
Yeah, I did.
You're just trying to save face and look all
I
dignified
didn't.
and
Well,
cool.
even if I didn't see where it was going, which I did, I still didn't fall for it because I didn't entertain it.
I mean, but you did.
So either way, you lose. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I
But
never lose. I am a god amongst men.
you're a sad person. Now, where
Why
was
would
I?
I be sad? Why would I be sad? Why would I be sad? Because you fucking wasted like 10 fucking minutes talking about stupid fucking inane bullshit with your fucking, oh, I'm gonna eat the sweet tarts, no, I'm gonna eat the lightsabers. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Eat a bag of dicks. How about that? How about you go eat a bag of dicks? How about that? How about that? How do you like them apples? Except not apples.
I'm not saying
Dicks.
that I wasn't listening, but what'd you say?
I'm gonna fucking kill someone. Something. Somebody needs to get stabbed.
You should go hunting.
Don't fucking tempt me. I don't fucking tempt me. The only reason I wouldn't is because A, I think it's winter and now everything's like sleeping and shit. And B, the only
Well,
thing we
find where
have
they're
to hunt around
sleeping.
here. I hate you. The only thing we have to
Seems like an easy target to me.
I'm gonna fucking
I'm just
I'm
saying.
going to cause you grievous bodily wounds.
I never watched Star Wars. Which one is Grievous again?
I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. Why? Why? See, now we're back into our old fucking formula here, right? Now we're back into our old ways. Cause you're the smug little idiot who's like, oh, it's and I'm the one who's fucking mentally breaking down. Did you enjoy being me for a week, you piece of shit? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy seeing what I have to deal with? Because every other episode, this is episode 34. For 33 episodes, I've had to do this. And it's bullshit. And I'm fucking tired. I am tired. I loved just that 1 week where I caused you to just mentally snap. And it was so beautiful. And once I find the cheat code to just like make your brain just shut down, I'm gonna use it every single episode. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm going to completely mentally destroy you. Just in general, you will suffer a clear psychotic break. You will just completely mentally snap, and I will be the one behind your downfall.
I'm not saying I wasn't listening, but what'd you say?
I'm gonna kill myself. You can't use that same joke like 10 different times. You can't.
It's
You
funny
can't.
every time though, because
It's-
like you go on and on and on for like 5 minutes.
Fuck you. Fuck you. What sucks is I should use that as the title, but it's too long. It's too long for a title. That's the problem. Is like, because that's the common theme. That's the common theme is just you not listening. That's the common theme. That's just what happens. Fuck you. Fuck you. Eat a bag of dicks. How about that? How about that? How about you suck a big old fat nasty dong? How about that? Merry fucking Christmas. Don't say it again. Don't say it again. Don't. Do not. It's not funny. It's not funny.
It's hilarious. You're right.
To whom? To whom is it funny?
Oh. Yeah, that's funny.
Here, how about you talk? How about you talk for a fucking while? Fuck you. Fuck you. Like you have anything more to bring to the table. Fuck you.
Okay, I've been trying to read this anyways. Harris County, Georgia, 911 EMA handles emergency service calls for all of Harris County, the county's public safety.
There we go. Much better. He forgets that I still control that. He forgets that, but
And provides 911 services to over 32,000 residents.
I'm sorry, I can only
The
hold him back for so long.
PSAP has
I can only hold him back for so long.
dispatchers.
I can't control it. I can't control it. All I have to do is all I can do is just press the button for a little while. It only buys you so much time. You have to go. You have to go. You have to get out of here. Fuck you. You're dick. You like fucking cock and balls. Fuck you. Suck it, fat cock. Fuck you. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, we were gonna talk about shit. The Game Awards were last night as of recording this. Not gonna talk about the thing that happened at the end because by the time this episode goes up, it'll be old news. But what do you think about we had a little discussion about this before we started recording, but what do you think regarding Elden Ring versus God of War Ragnarok versus any of the other games that got nominated for Game of the Year?
Well, I saw that Stray was like always like one of the nominees, and I'm like, I didn't play Stray, but I like saw like a lot of gameplay about Stray, and I didn't really think it was all that. So I'm surprised that it was like even a contender, to be honest. Granted, there was only 2 real contenders for most of the Game Awards, and that was God of War and Elden Ring. They were like the only 2 that like everybody like almost knew was gonna win. So everybody else, I think, was kind of just filler, you know. And Stray was like, I guess, the one that I like noticed. I was like, was always up there, right?
I think this year was generally a pretty shitty year for video games, honestly, because like,
was there like what were all the announced games? Because I didn't see all those.
I don't remember, honestly. Jedi Survivor got a trailer. I'm excited for that one. That's the only thing I'm excited for.
Let's see. There was Final Fantasy 16's new trailer.
But
there was like, Armored Core 6. What is Armored Core? There's already 5 of them. I don't know. Oh, Hades 2 got announced?
Oh yeah, it did. It did get announced.
Oh, I didn't notice. I don't have to watch that. That looks. But yeah, I loved Hades.
I wanted to know your thoughts on fucking Elden Ring versus God of War Ragnarok. Which did you think deserved to win? Because we did have a little bit of a conversation about this, and I wanted to give our thoughts to the audience.
Well, I feel like God of War, like, had the best story out of any game this year. 100%. The best, like, narratives and everything like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like gameplay-wise, Elden Ring was more... It feels more like fun to play. You know what I mean, right?
Mm,
Because with God of War, it's like more of the like I don't know, it kind of feels more of the same
mm-hmm.
a lot of the game. They do have a lot of abilities and all that. I like it a lot, but I think Elden Ring is just a tiny bit more fun to play. That's why I'm thinking, it's kind of even, right? Because gameplay wise, I think Elden Ring slightly edges it out, but story wise, like God of War, like very, very, very much better.
And you did say that before, and what I said before to all you guys, um, who aren't privy to our private conversations is I didn't think Elden Ring should have won because I don't think that any game that doesn't have a story should be it's wasted time. It's like from like a critical perspective, like there are games that are like, just plain fun, but like if you're in the running for game of the fucking year, you need to have like some kind of story, you need to have rising action and falling action. You need to have characters and shit. Fucking Elden Ring does not have characters. It doesn't have a story arc. It doesn't have rising or falling action. It's just there. There's no stakes or consequences or anything. It's just fucking there. And the the point of games is that they are a storytelling medium, but they have gameplay and they're interactive, and you can actually you can combine those things, and some of the greatest games ever do that. They do combine those two things into a an actual, narrative thing, a story. But the From Software game, because they only make one, doesn't do that, except for Sekiro, because Sekiro actually did have a character. But it fucking basically the same gameplay every single time. The same shtick. It's always the same shtick, and it's. I'm once you've played one of them, you've basically played them all. It's just Bloodborne is just Dark Souls but no shields, and Sekiro was Dark Souls but with a story, and Elden Ring is just Dark Souls but open world. And it's just they put the same thing out every year. And we give fucking Infinity Ward and Treyarch shit for putting the same game out every year. But like we never give fucking Miyazaki shit for it. And it I just want some more fucking variety. I don't want them to put out the same game every single year. It gets boring, I think. And again, I would like some characters.
Well, the new spin on Elden Ring was that it was an open world game, right?
Yes.
Which I thought was a nice little spin on it, right?
I mean,
Kind of
Dark Souls was basically open world.
not in the same way though.
No, but like if you see something on the skybox, you were gonna go there. You can kind of pick what direction you go after a little while. It it's not that much of like a step in the right direction. It's not really all that new. I'm just saying you could take you could make something with the same kind of gameplay as Dark Souls and the same kind of that sort of thing. And you could make a game that has an actual story and characters and a 3 act structure and
But
it could actually
like
function.
it's not that Elden Ring doesn't have a story and the Dark Souls games don't have a story. It's just that the story is told in such a way where it's not just like directly told to you, right? You kind of have to find a lot of the story in like small little character interactions or like different
That's
little things around the
environmental
world, right?
storytelling. That's storytelling, but that is not a story. Those are little background stories. Yeah. It's like how
And I've noticed that most of the Dark Souls game is pretty much the whole story is the background story. You know what I mean?
yes, but that's there's a rule in storytelling that sometimes you'll hear, as like a writer, or if you've ever been in like in a fiction writing class, or like if you've ever like taken any like online sort of classes on storytelling, and that is, if that if we aren't seeing the most interesting thing in your universe, why are we playing this? Why are we seeing this? Right? You know, it, I would much rather play a game about when fucking Seed the Scaleless betrayed all the dragons, and then Gwyn and all the people with the Lord Souls destroyed all the dragons. I would much rather play that, or maybe something about Artorias. That would be awesome. Someone with an actual character, and we can see them like unravel, and we can actually play alongside them and feel their fucking story instead of like having it told to us in the background, right? I would much rather have that. But no, Miyazaki insists on doing the same thing with the same bland fucking nothing characters with no personality at all. And you barely get any like actual like NPCs in the background who are like pivotal. You never get like your fucking like your like any like iconic NPCs for like doing something really cool or badass. You get Solaire because he gives you the meme. He gives you the praise the sun, the meme thing. That's it. That's the only thing. That's the only like actual character in Dark Souls 1. And it's fucking wasted. It is such a waste of a good core gameplay loop with nothing to tell, no like actual themes or like 3-act structure that you could fucking do. And it is so fucking frustrating. It is so fucking frustrating. Like, what is the point of a storytelling medium if not to tell a story? That's my whole thing. You know? What do you think? I guess you've already made your opinion clear, but
I really enjoyed playing Elden Ring as somebody who actually did play Elden Ring. I'm not saying that my opinion is better than yours, but it definitely is more informed than yours. I found the game really fun. The open world mechanic was really nice. It allowed you to kind of take the game, like everybody had their own kind of a different experience with the game, which I feel like made it more fun, right? Because
yeah,
everybody,
it's got like water cooler moments. Yeah, it's got that sort
yeah,
of thing.
and because I played it when it was coming out and it was big, I had that community, like I didn't participate in a lot of the community discussions, but I liked that I could understand a lot of the community discussions because I was a part of it, right?
Yeah,
And that kind of also added to the experience. But that's most games that are coming out, if you're on the first wave, right?
yeah, and
Um,
but
th-
what I'm saying is, I don't think.
I haven't played the previous Souls games, so I can't say how much better it is than previous games. But this game, from what I played, really fun. I also really liked how a lot of like the really really cool moments in this game, uh, not all of them are required, right? So it kind of really rewards you for exploring and trying to find every kind of corner of this world, because if you're playing like a Ubisoft game or like games like that, right? They kind of always guide you towards those really big moments, right? And kind
Mm-hmm.
of you don't get the same feeling of discovering it, right? As
Yeah,
if like, oh, you could have missed this, right? Whereas Elden Ring has a lot of those moments, right? Where there's something way off in the middle of nowhere, not required, and you'd never go there if you were just doing the story, right? But if you take that extra effort, you go off, you explore, you can find these really, really cool things. And I feel like that's one thing that Elden Ring does really well, is that it kind of really rewards you for, you know, trying to experience more of the more obscure aspects, right?
okay. Counterpoint. Uh, let's compare it to another high fantasy open world RPG. Skyrim. Skyrim has the exact same sort of thing. There are, I think, two or three of the main holds in the game. The main story won't take you. So if you're just doing, I just played through it again. I just played through Skyrim on my on stream.
I want
Did
to play through
another,
Skyrim again because that is another game that I feel like has so many things to discover, and that
yeah,
it does do the discovery really, really well in Skyrim. I have to like admit, right?
yeah. But here's what I'm saying, right?
Hmm.
So you've got in Skyrim, you've got like two or three of the main holds you don't have to go through in the main story. Um, and like holds are like the major cities. So there's a whole bunch of game that you can just totally miss out on. But there's a whole bunch of like towns that you don't have to go to either, and like so many NPCs that you can just talk to and quests that you can just do out of like that are completely unconnected to the main story. The main story does guide you to a couple of the uh like major side factions in the game. So you've got like the Thieves Guild in Riften, for example. The main story takes you literally right through their headquarters. And it's like there's like an optional quest to kind of get you in with them. That sort of thing is sort of a that's something that you can totally do, and the main story will guide you to it, but you can also totally miss out on it. Uh, and then the Daedra quests are again completely optional, and you don't have to do any of them. But there's a whole bunch of them, and they're all really good, and they all give you really good items. So it's like that Skyrim has all of those like explorable opportunities and shit, right? But it also has all those really good characters and shit. You know, it's got all those like really fun characters, uh, like Lydia, Serana. Uh, those they're like my favorite companions. Uh, you've got Sven and Feindal in the first town, who are like they've got like a love triangle with the sister of the shopkeeper. You There's just so many like really funny, like really great characters. I almost don't want to like talk about them because I don't want to like spoil them for people who haven't played it. And I'm just saying you don't have to sacrifice like explorability and background storytelling for like actual storytelling. You know, like you don't have to get rid of like having a good main story with arcs and stakes and all that shit just to have like background stories and good gameplay. Another good example is like um Fallout, for example, you know? Cuz like every time you go into a new building in Fallout, chances are there's like a story about like what was going on there before the nukes fell, and you know there's some really good ones in there. Sometimes they'll even have like audio tapes to play, and some of them are really good and could have been a game all in their own right. But you're not sacrificing a main story with actual characters and like stakes and weight and shit like that. There's still a main story going on with an actual character, and they could do so much more. Miyazaki could do so much more, but I think he's let down by just insisting on making the same game every single fucking time, and also the fact that whenever he does try and write shit, it just does not translate well. Just I think there's like a language gap, and the people who worked at From Software probably don't have as good a grasp on English as uh, perhaps they should. And like maybe I don't know where it gets
Well,
lost in translation.
I here's the thing, right? I feel like what makes this game different is kind of what makes this game special, though. You know what I mean, right? Because if every single game had like the same, way of telling stories or things like that, right? It wouldn't be as special. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's why Elden Ring kind of stands out because it decides to do so many things different. You know what I mean, right?
Okay,
Maybe not always better, but sometimes it is better, sometimes it's not. Like you said, the story is one of those things where, if you really want a story, you're not gonna get one, really.
yeah. I have 2 points before we move on. The first is Pulp Fiction is a good example of something that told a very different like approach to storytelling. Uh but it still actually had fucking characters. You cannot have a story without characters. And that's the fucking problem. You've got to have characters, motivations, shit like that. And and I think that overall, if we're looking at games that will have an overall impact on the player and like people will keep remembering them and coming back to them, I think that the games that will do that the most are not the From Software game. I think games with actual stories and narratives and characters are going to uh, have more of a lasting impact than these games that are all just gameplay. You know, like maybe they'll have an impact on the gameplay of the future, but as far as like the actual player and like their experience and shit, I think games with stories are going to be more influential every time. And I will stand by that. Your BioShock Infinites and your Arkham Cities and your Fallout New Vegases are going to have a much more impactful uh like profundity than any of these just pure gameplay type things. And maybe that's not what Miyazaki's going for, but I absolutely don't think that the critics should reward that. That's all I have to say about that. Big red button.
Sure, 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 sure.
You got anything for me?
I don't think so.
I see.
I am making slow progress on this proposal. That's what I'm doing right now, man.
Too real. Okay. All right. I got one. Um, are you ready?
Sure.
You can have any superpower of your choice. You get one. Anyone,
Okay.
but it will always be lame to everyone else. So you'll always have like the public reputation of like a polka dot man or an Aquaman or someone like that, you know? Like one of the lamer superheroes.
Yeah, that's
Um
cool, man.
which would you push that button? And if so, what superpower?
I feel like, you know, I I've like thought about this a lot, right?
Mhm.
And what I've always noticed is that there's one power that just seems to be better than all the rest, right?
And what's that?
And it's just the ability to control probability. That's it. You just get that and you win. You understand what I'm trying to
Homie
say?
watched that one scene in Deadpool 2
Exactly. That one was
with
the lucky
Domino.
girl. Yeah,
With
Domino.
Domino.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. You know what I mean? Like it just works. She's just lucky. You know what I mean? Like why not just get the best superpower? Because all the other superheroes in that scene, I think, died, right? So hey, just get the one. Just get the best one.
I mean, I think
It may be
there
boring,
are
but hey, just hey, man,
but all right, but
just go for it. You just
people would
win.
make fun of you like Deadpool made fun of Domino. He'd be like, that's not a superpower."
Yeah,
And
but
you would forever get clowned on.
hey, man, I get clowned on, but I'm still living my best life, and I have an awesome superpower.
I mean, to be fair, you get clowned on anyways. That's not new. That is nothing new.
Only by you. No, I actually get like mad respect, day to day.
No, seriously. No,
No, I'm being serious.
no, I mean it. Be serious. Come on.
No. Like I said, I think that's the move. That's smooth right there. You know what I mean?
No, but can we go back to you get respect on a day-to-day basis? I
I
don't
know
believe that.
it happens. You may not like it.
From whom? From whom?
From everybody. People just respect me.
Who? Who would do that?
Everybody. I just keep telling you, you're not listening. Everybody respects me.
I can tell you two things that make me not believe that. First of all, three things. Sorry. First of
Three
all, you're
things.
shorter than me. Second of all, that fucking mustache that you refuse to shave off. Fuck's sake.
I'm very attractive, okay?
Oh my god. See, this is why you're a professional comedian.
I'm
These
funny
kind of
too.
jokes. These kind of jokes that you keep telling, yeah, these are really
See,
funny.
I'm funny. I'm a good conversationalist. I'm attractive. What why wouldn't I be madly respected? You know what I mean, right? It just works out for me.
And then
It may not work out for you. You might be sad about that, and you're
let
taking it
me
out on
see.
me, but it's okay because
Let's see.
I'm here for you, man.
Unfortunately, your girlfriend looks out for you too much and deleted all those pictures of you from that musical you guys went to with your stupid dyed hair, which segues into number 3. You
Oh,
have
yeah,
dyed hair,
you're
and it
right.
looks really dumb.
I need to make a post on Instagram. I forgot about that.
It looks really stupid, and it's cringe. It's hella cringe.
Oh
When
man.
I dyed my hair, it was a joke. That you gotta you you gotta
Yeah.
you gotta understand.
You
It's a
did
little
what
bit
color?
cringe. Like pink, but I didn't do like too many doses of it, so it was just like a little
Was it
pink
temporary
over.
dye?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you see, you should have gone permanent dye. You didn't commit.
When I get a Twitch partnership, I will permanently dye my hair,
Nice.
and
Nice. Nice.
I will stay. I will stand to that. If I can get Twitch partnered, I will do that.
Because you see,
So,
I permanently dyed my hair. I'm not Twitch partnered. I just wanted my hair dyed.
because you're cringe. But yeah, no,
Nah.
you're. I just don't believe that. But I guess we'll leave that to the viewer, listener. It's an audio bit. This is an audio show. This is a podcast, not a video.
All right. And if you want to watch us early, go to the Patreon.
Yes, patreon.com/IIHS podcast. We will also shout you out, just like our patron, Justin Connor. You the realist. $3 to get shoutouts, $5 to get shoutouts and listen to all these episodes early and ad free. Really cool. Yeah, but yeah, go there. Patreon.com/IIHS podcast, all one word. If you want to follow us on Instagram or Twitter, at IIHS podcast is the best place to hear from us, figure out when new episodes are, and interact with us if you want to send us topic suggestions or questions for us to answer. Please hit us up there. It's the best way to do it. Other than that, don't really have anything else to say. I've been incredibly influential.
I have been highly successful.
And we will talk to you guys next week.